Here are 5 uncommon tools I think every mechanic should own. The last one is my absolute favorite. Tool number 5, hose grip pliers. Sometimes hoses can get kind of welded to the barb that they're attached to. These pliers are supposed to help you break them loose, as well as install them back onto the barb. But this is met with varying success. Sometimes you have to still use a pick anyway. But that's not why these are on this list. If I need to get a stubborn hose off a newer car where the hoses might not be replaceable, this helps me get the hose off without damaging it and causing a real problem. I also use them for small engines. If the stock air box was still on this thing and I needed to remove a fuel hose or such, I could just simply reach in here and twist it off. Tool number 4, bent needle nose pliers. The bent needle nose make this list for a very similar reason. Let me show you. Let's say I have a spring hose clamp here behind this muffler. I could take off all the body panels and the muffler and get to it, but with these, all I have to do is reach back there and get the spring clamp. And seriously, if you've ever used these things, you know how useful they are. That's just one application. There are endless possibilities where bent needle nose will come in handy, and they come in 45, 90, and a couple different other variants. Definitely worth picking up a set. Tool number 3, line wrenches, also known as flare nut wrenches. Now, if you don't own a set of line wrenches or flare nut wrenches, you really need to pick them up, especially if you do work on brake lines, power steering lines, fuel lines, any of that stuff. See, the open end of a wrench is great, but it often doesn't have the clamping force that it needs to get a fuel line off. Line wrenches, on the other hand, well, they support 4 sides, as you can see here, and that gives you a lot more clamping force and a lot more stability for taking off stubborn fittings like that. All you have to do is flip it over the line and plant it down, and you can see it's super secure. Now let's be clear, I'm not taking that power steering hose off because this thing is a bitch, but you get the idea. Tool number 2, ratcheting wrenches. Now, ratcheting wrenches might not be all that uncommon, but they're still super useful for getting into tight spaces. For example, when this muffler is mounted, it's really hard to get a ratchet in there. And I mean, sure, you could take a regular wrench with the open end or the box end and take all day removing these nuts, or you could slap a ratcheting wrench on there. It spins freely, and you can just go to town and get that right off of there. It's much quicker, and it fits in places you couldn't normally fit a ratchet in. Last but not least, my absolute favorite, the locking crescent wrench. Now, if you're new to the channel, everyone who's been here for a while is going, yep, it's the f***ing locking adjustable wrench. And yeah, it is. I cannot tell you how many times this thing has saved my life. Can your adjustable wrench do this? Don't think so. But with the locking capabilities of this adjustable wrench, it's no problem. It's holding on by nothing but fishing line. All you have to do is tighten it down all the way as far as you can, and then clamp it. Let's say on project number 1, I need a 9/16 wrench, and I have literally every size but 9/16. Enter this guy. Pop it on there, clamp it down, problem solved. Then I go to project number 2, and I only have 9/16 wrenches when I need a 1/2 inch. This'll fix that. Doesn't matter how tight the nut is, clamp it down, and you're good to go. So that's my 5. If you have any uncommon tools that you think everybody should own, drop them in the comments below. I'll be sure to check it out. And as usual, you be good while I'm gone, and I'll see you next time. Have a good week.